If you grew up in rural areas of the United States in the 1970s, you may still carry certain ways of being that other people don't quite understand. These aren't flaws. They are silent marks of a different childhood which shaped your body, your mind, and your way of reacting to the world. In this video, we'll explore 10 there may reveal hidden emotional superpowers in your way of life. This is not a diagnosis or clinical analysis. It's simply a way to look more calmly at who you are and better understand why you act the way you do. If any part of this behavior seems familiar to you, share it in the comments. This is a quiet space to recognize yourself and better understand your own superpowers. Your body has learned to create entertainment out of nothing without needing screens or external stimuli. Perhaps you're one of those people who can be alone for hours without getting bored. You look out the window, watch the trees move, invent stories in your head, or simply sit there, quiet, needing nothing. That's not common. Most people today feel an uncomfortable emptiness when they don't have their cell phone nearby. This superpower comes from a childhood without Netflix, video games, or social media. Your brain learned to entertain itself, to create internal worlds, to transform silence into companionship. You developed a rare ability to be with yourself without desperation, without haste, without needing to fill every second with something external. Today, this might seem strange to those who are constantly connected. But, in reality, it's a type of emotional freedom that few people possess. You don't depend on constant stimulation to feel alive. Your body knows how to rest in its own presence, and that's a silent superpower that the modern world has forgotten to value. You have developed a rare physical patience. You can remain silent for hours without feeling anxious. Perhaps you've already noticed that you can wait in a way that other people can't. In a ligne, at a doctor's office, on a car trip without music. You simply sit there, calm, without that restlessness that makes everyone else pick up their cell phone every 10 seconds. Your body doesn't panic with the silence or the waiting. This comes from a time when waiting was part of life. Waiting for the rain to pass, waiting for the bus that took hours, waiting for dinner to cook on the wood-burning stove. Your nervous system was trained to accept time as it is, without trying to speed it up. You learned that not everything needs to be immediate, and that silence is not emptiness, it's just silence. Today, this might make you seem out of place. People around you get nervous, fidget with their hands, complain about the delay. You just observe, and perhaps you even feel a certain weariness from so much rushing around you. But this physical patience you possess is a rare superpower. You know how to inhabit time without fighting it, and this protects you from a lot of unnecessary anxiety. Their hands know how to fix things instinctively, as if their bodies retain a memory of tools. Perhaps you're one of those people who, when something breaks, your first reaction isn't to throw it away or call someone. You pick it up, turn it this way and that, try to figure out how it works, and somehow end up fixing it. It doesn't matter if it's a loose cable, a wobbly chair, or a dripping faucet. Your hands seem to know what to do even before your head thinks. This stems from a childhood where fixing things was the only option. There were no electronics stores on the corner, nor express delivery. If something broke, you learned to fix it. your body absorbed this logic. Observe, test, adjust, solve. You developed a manual intelligence that many people have lost. Your hands carry memory, patience, and practical creativity. Today, this might seem unimportant, but in reality, it's a superpower of autonomy. You don't depend so much on others to solve everyday problems. You don't despair when something stops working. You simply take a deep breath, grab a tool, and try. And most of the time, it works. 14. That's valuable. If you've noticed this way of reacting in yourself or someone close to you. Right, this sounds like me. This helps this video reach more people who think and feel similarly. You experience physical discomfort in environments with constant noise. Your nervous system has been calibrated for silence. Perhaps you've already noticed that certain places tire you out faster than they should. Crowded shopping malls, noisy restaurants, parties with loud music. It's not that you don't like people. It's that your body starts asking for a break. You feel your shoulders tense up, your breathing becomes shorter, a growing desire to leave and go somewhere quieter. This happens because your nervous system was shaped in an environment where silence was the norm. You grew up listening to the wind, the birds, the sound of rain on the roof. Your brain learned to process the world at low volumes. Constant noise, for you, is not just annoying. It's like a sensory assault that your body wasn't programmed to withstand for very long. Today, this might make you feel fragile or antisocial. But that's not it. You simply have a more sensitive nervous system, more attuned to subtleties. You perceive sounds that others ignore, and this gives you a greater capacity for attention and presence. The problem isn't you. It's that the world has become too noisy. And knowing that is already a relief. Your body reacts to waste. You feel a tightness in your chest when you see food or objects being thrown away. Perhaps you're one of those people who can't throw food away without feeling physical discomfort. Even if it's just a piece of stale bread, a slightly bruised fruit, something no one else will eat. Curiosität. You feel a tightness in your chest. You wonder if you can't somehow salvage it. And when you see someone throwing things away without a second thought, something inside you clenches. This comes from a time when nothing was disposable. Everything had value. Everything could be reused, repaired, saved for later. Your body learned that wasting isn't just throwing something away, it's disrespecting the effort it took to obtain it. You carry an emotional memory of scarcity, even if you have enough today. Your heart still remembers. Today, this might make you seem excessive or stuck in the past. But in reality, it's a superpower of awareness. You don't consume automatically. You value what you have. You feel gratitude for things that others consider trivial. This protects you from the emptiness that comes from meaningless consumption and connects you with something deeper, respect for what life gives you. You read the weather through your body. You know when it's going to rain, when it's getting dark, without looking at a clock or the sky. Perhaps you've already noticed that you can sense changes in the weather before they happen. You know when it's going to rain, not because you saw the weather forecast, but because something in the air has changed. Your body picks up on the humidity, the pressure, the different smell that comes before the rain. And you also know what time it is, more or less, without needing to look at a clock. Your body reads the light, the temperature, the movement of the day. This comes from a childhood where you lived in direct contact with nature. You learned to pay attention to environmental signals because they mattered. Knowing if it was going to rain meant knowing if it was safe to go out, if work was going to change, if it was time to pack up. Your body developed a sensitivity that most people have lost. You don't need apps to know what's happening around you. You feel it. Today, this might seem like intuition or luck, but it's not. It's a superpower of bodily awareness. You're connected to the world in a way that goes beyond logic. You read the environment with your whole body, not just your eyes. And this gives you a silent advantage. You're rarely caught off guard. You already knew something was changing before everyone else noticed. Your posture changes when you're closer to nature. Your shoulders relax. Your breathing slows down automatically. Perhaps you've noticed that your body reacts differently when you're near trees, a river, or an open field. It's not just a mental feeling of calm. It's physical. Your shoulders slump. Your breathing slows and deepens. Your face relaxes. It's as if your body recognizes that place as home, even if you haven't lived there for years. This happens because you grew up in constant contact with nature. Your nervous system was shaped by it. The sound of the wind, the smell of the earth, the natural light, all of this was the scenery of your childhood. Your body learned to regulate itself in this environment. So, when you return to nature, even if it's just a park, your body remembers. It knows that it's safe there, that it can truly rest there. Today, this can make you feel out of place in big cities, in enclosed buildings, in places where everything is concrete and glass. You miss something you can't always name. But this superpower of connecting with nature is real. You have a source of healing and balance that is always available. Just go back to being close to nature and your body already knows what to do. You have difficulty asking for help. Your body has been trained to solve everything on its own, silently. Perhaps you're one of those people who, when something goes wrong, your first reaction is to try to fix it yourself. You don't ask for help easily. Not because you're proud, but because something inside you tells you that asking for help is bothersome, a burden, a sign of weakness. So you carry everything alone, resolve things in silence, and only later, when it's all over, does anyone find out. This stems from a childhood where you learned that the people around you already had enough problems. Everyone worked hard. Everyone was tired. So you learned not to be a burden, to fend for yourself, not to draw attention to your needs. Your body internalized this logic. Solving problems alone is safer than depending on someone else. And it became automatic. Today, this can leave you feeling isolated. You feel like nobody understands you, that nobody notices when you need something. But the truth is, you hide it so well that it's difficult for others to know. This superpower of self-sufficiency protected you in childhood, but now it may be costing you connection. Knowing this is the first step in allowing someone to get close without fear. If this explanation has made things clearer about your personality, please comment. Now I understand better Your participation strengthens this self-awareness community. Your alert system is different. You notice subtle changes in the environment that others completely ignore. Perhaps you've already noticed that you pick up on things that other people don't see. You walk into a room and sense that something is different, even if nothing has visibly changed. You notice when someone is upset, even if they're smiling. You notice a strange noise in the car, a change in the smell of the house, a detail out of place. Your body is always scanning the environment, even without you asking it to. This stems from a childhood where paying attention to detail was a matter of safety and survival. You learned to read your surroundings to know if everything was all right, if something needed to be done, if someone needed help. Your brain developed a refined alert system that picks up on minute signals and transforms them into information. You didn't learn this from a book. You learned it by living. Today, this might leave you exhausted. You notice too many things, feel too many things, and sometimes you wish you could switch off this constant attention. But this superpower of perception protects you from many things. You are rarely caught off guard. You sense danger before it arrives. You notice opportunities that others miss. This isn't paranoia. It's emotional and sensory intelligence working together. You possess an unseen superpower of emotional self-sufficiency. Your heart has learned to be self-sufficient. Perhaps you are one of those people who doesn't need much external validation to move forward. You don't depend on constant praise, approval, or always being accompanied. You know how to be alone without feeling abandoned. You know how to deal with disappointments without falling apart. Your heart has learned to find strength within itself, even when no one is watching. This stems from a childhood where you had to learn early on to rely on yourself. Perhaps there wasn't much affection shown to you. Or perhaps the people around you were too busy to notice what you were feeling. So you learned to calm yourself down, to motivate yourself, to keep going even without applause. Your heart developed a quiet resilience that few people possess. Today, this might make you seem distant or cold to those who don't know you well. But the truth is, you don't need that much to feel whole. You have a solid emotional foundation built in silence that sustains you through difficult times. This superpower of emotional self-sufficiency is rare and valuable. You don't break easily. And when you do, you know how to rebuild yourself alone in your own time. If you recognized yourself in some of these behaviors, know that you are not alone. These ways of being that you carry are not flaws. They are not exaggerations. They are not things you need to fix. They are marks of a childhood that taught you to be strong in a quiet way, to perceive the world more deeply, to be self-sufficient when necessary. This shaped who you are today and perhaps explains many things you never knew how to name. These emotional superpowers you've developed have protected you, sustained you, and continue to guide you, even if no one around you notices. You have a unique way of being in the world, and that deserves to be recognized, valued, and understood. Not by other people first, but by yourself. Have you ever noticed this type of behavior in yourself or someone you care about? Share your experience in the comments. Sometimes, just reading similar stories makes us feel much less alone. If you enjoy content that reveals the hidden superpowers in your personality, subscribe to the channel. Here, we look at common daily habits with a calmer, deeper, and more human perspective.